tasting some aged beer. So what I have here are 3 beers in various stages of their age. All the tasting videos I've done for these, I have said I want to try them later on. And this is that time. The first one here is the champagne beer that I tried to make. I added muscadet into it. This is the Bière de Garde, and this is the wee heavy. So let's go newest to oldest. Start with the wee heavy here. So this was brewed June 24th and bottled on July 25th. And I tasted it, well, the video was posted on August 18th, the tasting video, but I believe I tasted it probably 3 or 4 days before that, but whatever, same thing. So say around mid-August. Today is November 2nd. Yeah, so that's been a while now. The tasting notes I had for this, so I thought it was pretty good. A little caramely, a little malty, nice sort of maltiness. But I think it seemed like at the time, well, according to the tasting video how I rewatched, it looked like it was a bit boozy. It tastes very boozy to me. So I definitely wanted to age this and see if it calmed down. Now that it's been pretty much 3 months, I want to revisit it. So yeah, let's see. I'm not getting much boozy off the smell. It's there a little bit, but it's definitely less than it was, that's for sure. It's still a bit boozy, and a little on the sweet side for sure, but it's definitely better. I remember it being really, really more than this, that's for sure. It's actually very enjoyable. There's actually a little raisiness that's coming along now. I still think it's a little bit too boozy and hot, like just a fraction. I think the carbonation level is great. There's a nice body to it. No off flavors that I can detect. But so yeah, that's enjoyable. I think I have 3 or 4 bottles left of that. I'll probably age the rest of them for another 3 months and try them then. Next here is the Bière de Garde. And my notes for this is I did not like it. I did not like this. And by the notes, I mean I rewatched the video today of the tasting, which was like a tasting within a video. Yeah, I've said it was oxidized. It was really sweet and just terrible. That's all I kept saying. It was really bad and just really sweet and oxidized. That's terrible. This was brewed May 28th and bottled on June 17th. And the tasting video was July 12th. That was posted. But so yeah, so mid-July, this is bottled. And yeah, so this is even older than this by a month. So yeah, let's give a taste test. Hopefully it's a little bit more well-rounded at this stage. Well, the smell is definitely not oxidized. I don't know what I was getting the first time. I'm not getting much of that boozy hotness. I'm not getting much of a sweet smell to it, where before it was brutal. That is really sweet. But the smell is actually smells pretty nice. All right, so yeah, it's almost a little honeyness to it also. Just a little honey smell. So let's give a taste test. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Wow, whatever I was saying the first time, that is gone. It's not sweet. It's actually really nice and dry. Really nice body to it. A beautiful color. Really complex, like malt profile to it. But you can tell some punch to it too, but not in a bad way. It's like really refined punch. I'm talking like I'm a wine snob here. There's like a herbal, earthy, really nice taste to it. Not as much in the nose. Like I said, the nose is a little more on the honey side, but this is like the taste is really like herbally, like slightly like spicy, like rye, but not fully. It's really cool and complex. That's so much better. I'm so happy that turned out good. I was like, that first video, it was so bad. I couldn't even drink it. I couldn't even drink this much of it. I had to dump it. I just want to let this sit for a little bit and open up and see what I get out of it. But that is way better. Aging this drastically changed it. 4 months, well, 5 months since I brewed it. It is called a Bière de Garde, which means beer for keeping. And it makes sense because I kept this and it is great. Next one, champagne beer. This is a beer I made. Try to make a champagne beer, add a muscadet to it. It's time to add the muscadet. I remember drying it way down with Beano. And I think I got the gravity down to like 1.006. I think it's like an 11%, 12% beer, something like that. So it got way down there. I remember tasting pretty good and fairly dry at the time. It's like a really good dry barley wine. So this is the oldest for sure. This is March 25th. It was brewed and bottled May 31st. So it's been in the bottle for a while. And I tasted June 9th. So this is the last time I opened a bottle. So, being a bottle that long since May, it's great. And May 31st to June 9th is not a long time to bottle condition a beer this heavy. So we'll see if the wine's still in there. We'll kind of see what flavors we get out of it. This smells like honey. This has like a little touch of it a bit more. This is like sticking your nose in a honeycomb. I mean, that's dominating. like maybe a little floral honey, if anything. It's definitely better. It's definitely better than the first time I had it. It obviously doesn't taste anything like champagne, but it has like a cool like honey, slight floral wine thing going on. And there is wine in it, so that doesn't make sense. It's a little syrupy. I know in the original video I said I kind of liked it. It was still a little dry. I don't know. It got a little more caramely and syrupy somewhere along the way. Maybe through the aging process, oxidized a little bit. That can happen sometimes with lighter beer. They can turn a little bit of honey if they get oxidized. So I think that is probably what's going on here. I do have the oxygen caps here, but I can leach into the beer regardless over months and months and months. I will probably save, I think I have 2 or 3 more of these. I would be tempted to make a little cocktail out of it. It almost has like that simple syrup sort of liqueur thing going on. Some sort of cocktail with it could be interesting. I made a cocktail with my my jalapeno pale ale with a margarita. Topped it off with it. It was amazing. So I might consider that. A little whiskey with this can almost turn into like a gold rush. Could be good. That's it for these. You know what? I wasn't gonna do this. I'm gonna throw in the video anyway. Someone emailed me today asking about my Dunkel Brett beer. Actually, wasn't asking about it. They said they want to brew it, and I remember opening it about a month ago. No, it's like 2 months ago, and it tasted like poop. So let's see. Let's open it. So this is not cold, but I really want to revisit it because I remember turning horribly weird. Like the Brett nit got all weird and made like too many on the bad phenols. So this is brewed on May 13th, and the gravity got down to 1.008, and I bottled the one with Brett, this one, on July 22nd, and I tasted it on August 9th. So I remember in the video I liking it. I thought it was really enjoyable. It had like a wine characteristic to it. It almost has like a wine characteristic to it. It was very like rich and like cherry and like not as much barnyard. But I tasted it like a month and a half after that, and it would like turn to a weirdo place, like I said. So let's give a taste test here. Yeah, you know what? I don't think it's all coming back to me now. I don't think it's the Brett that's messing this up. Something wild I think got into it because it smells like poopy diapers. And that can be a sign of wild contamination. It just smells like poop. So I hopefully it wasn't my recipe. I would probably do this again using maybe a different Brett strain like Lysini, just to test that. If the Brett got a hold of something and then twist into some weird phenols. But that usually is a sign of something, some wild contamination. It actually tastes okay. That's that rich sort of wine thing that I had before, but the nose is funky. Like, it could even just be the barnyard smell. This is possible. The barnyard smell is just heavily clashing with the dark grains and Hefeweizen yeast that I use, and it just took it and those weird spicy phenol clove thing with my recipe just turned it into a really bizarro smell. Because if you really let it sit for a second, I really dig in. I am getting more of the barnyard, but man, first opening it, it's like the poop of barnyard. So it'd be worth trying again. I'd be cautious to anybody to try this using the Brett strain I did, and maybe something gentle, something a little more gentle that's a little more fruity, not quite as heavy barnyard, but it could go well for you as well. So who knows? I'm gonna link all the recipes to these beers in the description below, so you can see them. And, you can feel free to use them, obviously. I will link all my tasting videos to all these as well, so you can see those. And, so aging beer really is awesome. I mean, I first started brewing, I didn't think aging beer was real. I really didn't. I thought it was just a myth. I thought, like, come on, you can't age a beer. Like, it's not like a wine. But no, it changes. It really does. The Sweet Heavy changed. The Bière de Garde really changed. And this did. This Bière de Garde was undrinkable, and it got so good. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Stay tuned for more videos, and get out there and age some beer.
Oh, I had the gold rush on my mind and bone-dry dirt in my hand.